Welcome everybody. I'm Sarah Devine, Senior White Tiger Qigong Instructor, and I also have a Master's in Sport and Exercise Science. White Tiger Qigong is a wonderful blend of ancient Taoist medical Qigong. It has its roots in Lao Tzu Taoism over 2,000 years ago, the I Ching and classical Chinese medicine, as well as having this really cool contrast of investigation from a sports and exercise science perspective and biohacking or neurohacking. So this is the last in our 10-week series of Qi-Bytes, where we've been investigating little snippets of sports science and how it applies to our White Tiger Qigong. So today I just want to touch on some of the evidence, the studies that are showing how Qigong is beneficial for you. And this database is growing. When we look at, in general, we look at what they call meditative movement practices or holistic movement practices. We know that Qigong is amongst these. And then there are other studies that specifically focus on Qigong. So it's interesting also to be aware of how in modern times now, especially for these studies, health is being defined not just as a state of being disease-free, but also a state of wellness across 5 key levels. So this absence of disease and well-being in your physical, your mental, your emotional, your, what have I left out? Physical, mental, emotional, your social and your spiritual bodies. And it's been shown that the Qigong encompasses all of these, and there are studies that have looked into those components and found great benefits. So let's just check out some of those benefits. So in terms of the physical, we see increased fitness, we see enhanced energy, we see enhanced stamina, strength, flexibility and mobility. We also see enhanced body awareness, so people becoming more aware of, do you remember we spoke about proprioception, how your body is moving through space, and that is going to give you a greater sense of balance and also better mobility. We spoke about interoception or interoceptive awareness and how this inward looking into our body functions internally and then into our thoughts and our feelings, our emotions, and then our impulses enables us to restrain action upon those. So it enables us to really allow our autonomic nervous system time to regulate and to make better decisions, not just sort of go off the handle. And then therefore it helps you to improve your relationship with your emotional body. So it also attenuates or reduces the stress response, and cortisol is commonly measured as one of the stress markers in the body, one of the hormones that really elevates when people get stressed. So we've seen that Qigong brings deeper relaxation, more quick relaxation, reduction of these stress mechanisms. And they have a time and a place, obviously, but we don't want to be constantly having this hum of low-grade stress in the body that our modern life often facilitates, unfortunately. So this practice shows that we can counter that. Also then, because we're doing that, we can reduce inflammation in the body. So that's obviously a key element of many pathologies. So reducing inflammation will help you to stay healthier for longer. There are also studies that show that people's spirit is cared for through Qigong, that they feel connected to something greater than themselves, that they have a better relationship with nature, and also more harmonious nature with other people, other living beings as well. And then from a social perspective, studies, especially of older people, have shown that they really feel bonded and cared for on a psychosocial level when they come together and they practice this wellness enhancing Qigong. Then we look at clinical populations and we see that cancer patients have had an improved quality of life through practicing Qigong, and we see that people who've had joint replacement or surgery on, for example, on their hips or their knees, that they're better able to move, they get more mobility, and they get a reduction or a complete cessation of pain in those joints. So honestly, what's not to like about Qigong? And I think this evidence is just going to grow and grow. So on that note, let's do some. Let's tap into our relaxation response and let's get mobile. So find your spot. Feet shoulder width apart. Stretch out the toes. Grasp the ground with 10% tension. Rock back and forth a little, finding your balance. Growing roots through the soles of your feet down into the earth. Deep and wide. And now we're going to stack our bones in our Zhanzhuang, our standing meditation. So we become aware of the ankles above the feet and our knees. In relation to the ankles, the knees are soft. Bring your mind up to your hips and then round to your sacrum and drop your sacrum down a little. Finding your perineum, finding your crown, finding that thread that runs through your body, pulling downwards and upwards at the same time as you inhale, opening up the spine. Feel each individual vertebra elongating, and then exhaling, soften your shoulders, keep the spine long, tuck the chin back, tongue on the roof of the mouth. And just take a moment to check in with your body from head to toe, looking in at your brain, your scalp, down your neck and throat, shoulders, arms, down the back, down the front line of the body, around the hips and buttocks, right down the legs and into the feet, just observing your sensation at this time. Bring your hands now to rest on your lower dantian and take a long, slow, deep inhalation through the nose. And exhaling, take a cleansing breath, pinhole in the mouth, letting go of any stress or strain through this little pinhole. When you're ready, you're going to do it again, drawing in a soft breath through the nose and exhaling through this pinhole as if you're holding a straw in your mouth. One more time. This time really feel any stale, stuck energy, any distractions, just going down into the earth in a grey mist. Bring your mind to your lower dantian beneath your palms, 3 finger widths below your navel. Just observe for a moment the rise and fall of your belly as you inhale. The abdomen's expanding as you exhale, it's contracting. And then you're going to release your hands and you're going to start shaking it out, bouncing lightly through the heels. Letting that wave of vibration flow upwards, up through the legs, up into the sacrum, the hips, up the spine, up into the shoulders, down the arms, right into the fingers. Shaking it out. Warming up your bones, your joints, your tissues, connective tissues, your muscle. Getting the blood flowing, getting the qi flowing, starting to unblock any stagnant, stale qi, especially if you've been sitting in an office all day. Bringing those arms up in front of you, to the side, the other side, up above your head. Really working into the wrist joints, as if you're trying to flick your hands off your body. Don't forget to move your legs a little bit. And then shake more intensively in front of you until you come to holding a ball of Qi at your lower dantian. Really feel into your palms, and as you inhale and expand this ball, get the sensation of this ball growing. And as you exhale, it's growing smaller as you bring the hands closer together. Inhaling out, exhaling. One more. And then we're going to do a couple of Meridian Qigong exercises. So you're going to continue holding the ball and shift your weight and slide out so your legs are wider than shoulder width, and straighten your back, push into your feet, bring your buttocks back. I'll show you from the side. And you're going to roll the hips inwards. So internal rotation of the hips will cause your arms to roll with the hip movement. You're pulling in at your belly, and it's as if this big ball is right inside your lower dantian as well, and you're rolling around. You can feel it rolling here. And you roll to one side, and then move across to the other side. Keep your neck in line with your spine. Okay, so you're really pushing the buttocks out. And then as you come up, keep rolling, soften the knees and bend them so you can step gently in. And then we're going to go straight into Heavenly Pillars, inhaling the neck back and exhaling it forwards. And this is also in preparation for Dragon Whips Its Tail, because we use the dragon back movement. If you're familiar with that, you can do the whole dragon back movement. If not, what I want you to do is, just as you inhale back, you're going to push out the sacrum and rotate the pelvis forwards. And then as you exhale forwards, you're going to tuck in the sacrum and rotate the pelvis back. So inhaling, exhaling. And if you're bringing in the whole wave or the dragon back, you know it's going to look something like this. Really guide the breath with your movement. Sorry, guide the movement with your breath. And then come out. And then we're going to just step wide again and do a couple of pulses down into horse stance. So just resting your hands on your legs. Make sure your knees are tracking across over the feet and that they're 45 degrees. At a 45-degree angle, and then you're slightly rotating externally so that the knees don't collapse inwards. Then just gently pulsing down. Good. And then coming back in. So we're going to look at Dragon Whips Its Tail from 8 Trigram Organ Qigong. This is a beautiful flowing movement that really opens up the shoulder girdle and really works into the heart and lung meridians, the pericardium, the triple burner meridians. It gets a great massage actually on the kidneys when you're doing the dragon back movement with it as well, and a real opening through the front line of the body, and also the fascia in the arms. So let me just demonstrate to you. So now you're going to join me in the arm movement. We'll just practice the arms first before we step out. So I want you to bring your palms facing up at hip height. And then you're going to coil them backwards. So bring the hands, draw the hands backwards, at the same time start rotating the wrists And then come into full rotation and start to bring the hands forwards. And then by the time you get fully in front of you, your elbow shouldn't be locked and your shoulders should be relaxed and the palms should be at about eye height, okay? And then you're going to repeat that. You're going to inhale as you draw the palms towards your lower dantian and you start rotating, coiling, and then this is an uncoil as you come forwards. And then there's a slight coil, external coil in the arms here even. So you're going to inhale, drawing the arms to your lower dantian, and exhale as you come around and turning the palms, ready to start again. So we're going to do that together, and we'll do an opening, we'll step out, and we'll also do the movement not just to the lower dantian but also to the middle and to the upper. So we're collecting Qi and we're bringing it to these three powerful Qi centers. So inhaling up, exhaling down. Shift your weight, stepping out, bringing your palms ready to continue an inhalation back, and then an exhalation as you bring the arms forwards. Now here, if you're familiar with the dragon back, this is where you're going to include it. If it's too confusing, don't worry. But basically what you're going to do is as you inhale, you're going to pull the pelvis back, the sacrum back, and then as you bring the arms forward on the exhalation, you're going to tuck the sacrum under. So sacrum back as you inhale, sacrum forwards as you exhale. This also is a fantastic movement, again for people who have been a bit sedentary during the day. So we're inhaling as we draw the arms forwards, and then exhaling as we bring them back around, tucking the sacrum under. So sacrum coming back, and then we're going forwards. Now we're going to come up to the middle dantian at the heart. It's the same movement, it's just changes a little bit, obviously, because there's less of range of motion in the shoulder at this level. Inhaling back and exhaling forwards. I'll show you from the side. So you want to keep your spine erect. And if standing in the horse stance is tiring for you, just come up. You don't have to come down so low. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. So now we're going to do it to the upper dantian in the brain. So here we come, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, coil back. Exhale, coil forwards. Inhale, coiling back. Exhale, coil forwards. Let's do a couple more at the upper dantian. Now we'll do one more at the lower dantian to finish. Bringing the hands down and forwards, and then just back to the hips as we step in. And we're going to raise the arms up as we inhale, turn the palms over, exhale, down the front line. And then step into your Zhanzhuang. Just hold, continue holding the ball of Qi for a moment at the lower dantian. And see if it feels different to when you started. As you inhale, you softly expand this ball of Qi. As you exhale, it's getting smaller. Inhale, and also push a little bit into the feet. Exhale, soften. And now we're going to bring the hands down to rest on the lower dantian. And connect inwards to a deep pink pearl of Qi inside, deep inside. And you're going to pulse the pearl, so as you inhale you feel it expanding, as you exhale it's getting smaller, condensing. And slowly bring your awareness back to the space that you're in. And then we're just going to do a little Qi shower. Let's get some energy in the palms, and we're going to inhale that energy into the eyes, into the brain. And then start to massage. You can circle, you can tap the head. Quick pull of the ears onto the neck. Down onto the chest. Come down the arms. Just smooth out that Qi. There we go. And let's just continue down and just do a little abdominal tap in a clockwise direction as you look down. Coming down the legs, I'll just move back a bit so you can see the whole of me. Down the side of the shin, in the inner thigh and down. Kidneys, buttocks, back of the leg. And then the side of the body. And slowly rolling up. So that's the end of this series of Qi-Bytes, but there'll be others. So keep an eye on the White Tiger Qigong YouTube page, on sarahdivineqigong.com. You can also find me on Facebook, and you can find White Tiger at whitetigerqigong.com. We've got lots of offerings coming up. I can only say that I just urge you all to do these practices regularly. We all really have a responsibility to ourselves to maintain our health and well-being, especially in these difficult times. My city is literally going into lockdown again at midnight, and you know it's so important to not be overcome with fear and anxiety. So I utilize these Qigong tools, the breathing, the meditation and the movement, combined with my intentions, my spirit. I set my intention to overcome those adversities, and then I can be more effective in my life for myself and for other people. So I really wish the same for you. And let's bow out. And we're going to just go over you're welcome, the precepts of wisdom, benevolence, patience, courage, and what was the other one? Wisdom, benevolence, patience, courage, and sincerity. So I wasn't paying attention then. I was looking at something that was on the screen. So thank you. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you all another time. Feel free to leave more comments in the comment box, and any questions that you may have, I'm happy to answer. Thanks.